California of the past.
I am California of the past.
I
I am
am
California of the past.
On my birthday, I remember it was January 23rd, and there was a letter on my desk when I came down from lunch, and it was from Pomona, California, asking me if I'd be interested in coming to California as head children's library. Well, I read it, and I thought, no, I'm happy here. I couldn't do any better than this branch. And I doubt whether they'd pay as well, because I was getting the best paid, which wasn't too much, but the best you got in those days. And I didn't want to change. So I took the letter home that night, and I thought, well, I have to answer it. And so I settled down and answered it. And I thought, well, I'm foolish not to leave an opening. So I did. And in due time, I heard from the librarian. It was Bill Caldwell, and he was new in the library. He succeeded a lady who'd been there for a lifetime, and she had been a very good librarian, but, by now old-fashioned, and I was young. And so when he came in, they didn't even have a children's librarian anymore. They'd give children cards to the adult department when they were in the fourth grade, and California children didn't read as well as I was used to. So I just had to match my training with what went on after I did accept. And so these letters went back and forth between the Pomona Public Library and Cleveland for 3 months, and always still an opening and more questions and more bickering. And finally I gave in and said that I'd come, and it was at a reduced salary, and everything was against me. They didn't have any health background and those things that you get with a job, and they didn't have any of those yet. So here I was going at reasons that nobody could understand. I took my month's vacation that I had coming and called the auto club and asked them to route me to Pomona, California. So when I got there, I was to meet the head librarian, and I didn't know who else was meeting, but he said he didn't want me to come to the library. I should come to the hotel. They'd meet me there, because he was afraid I'd turn around and go back. So I met them at the hotel at 10 o'clock in the morning, the 29th of May of 1948, and they were there waiting for me, and they admitted they were real nervous. And it was Carl Liebel came up to greet me, and because Carl was out here in California by then, because he had been the one, did I tell you that had suggested me when he came with his books to see the new librarian at Pomona. Bill said to him, do you know of a children's librarian? I don't have one, and I need a good one. Well, he said, I know one, but he said, I doubt whether she'll accept it, because she's interested in Cleveland. But Bill says, well, I can ask her, can I? So that's when he started writing these letters for 3 months, giving me a true picture of everything, that how dark it was, but stressing the challenge part. And that's what seemed to catch my ear or eye or something. And so here I was. And we went from the hotel over to the library, and they let me out of the car and let me go in the building by myself for fear I had changed my mind. And I walked in that Carnegie building, and I went past the typical Carnegie desk at the entrance, and I looked to the right into the children's room. I saw it. It was the most unattractive room I'd ever been in. And I thought, the tears started coming to my eyes, and I thought, why did I leave this beautiful branch that I left? Why did I do this? And something told me in those few seconds, if you can make that room attractive and worthy of being called the Laura Ingalls Wilder room, you do that. And that perked me up, and I walked in, and I was all right. I shed no more tears. I don't think they were visible, but I was aware they were on the way.